Welcome into episode 218 here tonight. So we were really looking forward to tonight's episode. It's fun talking Black Friday sales. I always think about things that I want to get, right? But it's also, we got to remember other people out there too. But we're going to have some fun tonight because we're going to talk about different ways to get some Black Friday sales on for your favorite family members out there. If they're Ford fans, maybe they have a Ford vehicle, not just things they can get for the vehicle, but other stuff. So we got a lot of different discount codes tonight. In fact, tonight's episode is sponsored by 3W Autolife. They do the floor liners. I put the floor liners in my Bronco. Actually, I'm gonna kind of show you this just a little bit here. So we put these mats in the Bronco, and they sent me the whole kit. So the front liners, behind the horse and the rear floors, as well as the seat backs. And they did throw in the back mat, even though I can't use the cargo mat there. But these are some great liners, and
you need to hang that up. That looks really cool.
So yes, I do. But what I like about their liners better than I've had on any other liner is they can form better around the seat and inside. They don't go over the door sill like WeatherTechs and such. Those kept moving on me, and these, I tell you, I've had these. This video went live like 2 months ago, and I haven't touched the liners in the vehicle since. And they are in perfect position. They don't move. Great liners. And so, so we're big providing that. So tonight, anybody that wants to get their floor liners on their website, we have a special code down in the show notes, 35% off with our code for tonight's live stream. So they reached out and said, hey, could we do something with you?
Did you talk to them about C-Max?
Well, no, but we didn't think they had Maverick ones. I looked on their site. They do have Ford Maverick mats.
But they do not have C-Max.
Well, that's like almost. You realize that's almost 10 years ago now at this point. But anyway, you can get your Ford Maverick floor mats there, and I will highly recommend them. And you guys will know, if you followed us at all, that I will never collaborate with a company that I don't try out or like myself. And so, yes, 3W, I'm 100% sold on their floor mats. I think they're great mats. And I had some WeatherTech in there. A lot of people said, oh, I just love my WeatherTechs. And I took those out and put these in because the WeatherTechs kept moving. And these are great mats. So anyway, 35% off tonight. The code is down there. You can go to their site if you don't want to click the link. There is an affiliate link for us to get you that 35% off. So if you click that link, you can use it, or you can use the code long 3WBF. So long is in Long McArthur, 3W, company 3W, and then BF for Black Friday. So you can use that on Amazon as well. They do have their mats over there. And on Amazon, you get $45 off with that code. And then 35% off on their official website. And that goes through December 2nd. So now through December 2nd. So if you want to get a code. So anyway, so thanks to them for sending those mats to me, but also sponsoring the episode, because we're getting this is perfect setting because we're going to talk Black Friday deals, and not just about 3W, but also some of the other different ways that you can find some different discounts out there, and how you can find some different vendors that you might want to look through. And we'll talk about a couple that are on my radar tonight. So tonight's episode will be fun. But also, speaking of other codes and discounts you get, we on our merch site have a discount going on right now. Actually, no, not now. It starts the 28th. Yes, the 28th through the 1st. So it starts on Friday. So it starts on Friday, right? Friday's the 28th. Yes. So this is an actual Black Friday weekend to Cyber Monday weekend sale. So the 28th to the 1st, through the 1st, save 30% off any orders over $70.
Typically throughout the year, we don't see anything over 25.
No, not normally. So only when they do specials do they get that. So if you want any of the merch, the hat I have is on the merch site. I think your sweatshirt, which is covered up with your hair,
okay,
all women driven.
I've dressed that on my page.
Oh, throw yours up there, because I don't have it in the show notes. I'll add it to the show notes later.
Okay. I'll add it, but because of where I do put my hair is always on this side. And so even when I wear my polos, my hair covers my shirt. It always covers my logo. So my logos are on the right side.
The ones you have You have some you're ordering that'll be on
Yes.
the right side. So
yeah.
All right.
Because of that reason.
Right.
Once I order, it's probably going to go back to the way it's supposed to be. But
Yep.
I might leave it.
There you go.
A little quirkiness of my channel.
Yeah, so pretty much all of them are doing something special. So we'll talk about others later in the
RTR.
live stream.
See that one?
RTR has daily specials going on.
Yeah.
So you got to keep checking for them on their website. But I actually didn't have them listed, so I'm glad you mentioned it because I was trying to remember all the different ones. But yeah, RTR as well has.
I took a look at theirs this morning.
Some daily ones. It's hard for me to put RTR stuff on my Roush Bronco, right?
Oh no, I would totally do it. Like
I love their wheels.
I like the Roush exhaust or the cold air intake. That's nice. The wheels are nice. But I like RTR, so
I do like their grill. So, but RTR, I got a different grill.
See, here's the thing: RTR didn't have anything when you bought your Bronco.
No, they
therefore you got what was available.
Roush was
and
out.
Now, anytime that you can support RTR by buying their product. Like
yes, I love the RTR guys, Vaughn and the whole crew, and Josh and everybody. All right, let's see what else is going on. So yeah, don't forget about that. And so yep. So check out our merch site and you can do that. So, all right. Also, don't forget to make sure you like, subscribe the channel and everything else like that. We do have membership available if you want on our site. So let me throw that up. So go through the whole spiel, like or subscribe, then hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of them. If you want to join our membership, hit that join button right there. I do ask that you're going to see now 3 different levels of tier. Do not select the bottom 2. Go just select that $199. That's our chat members. It's $199, and that gets you videos early, and also to get you the fun stuff in the chat. Let people know how long you've been a member. So we're going to continue that. But we're doing most of our membership perk over on Patreon. So go on over to Patreon.
Come join us on
and
Patreon.
Go over to Patreon, and we're Ford Video Guy on Patreon. So go over there, and that's where you're going to find our lot walk videos and our coffee time videos are over there on those 2 different tiers over there. And so it's like $3 and $5 there. So if you want to join us over there, and we're kind of using Patreon for the most part. So really liking it actually over there. So, all right, that's all that stuff, all the good stuff there. Recent videos did the custom classic one. I'm working on the performance models that I haven't done videos on. So we'll be working on Roush videos shortly.
Yep.
Hopefully this week, we'll see if I can get those done. We've got a lot of vehicles coming through that need pictured, but we'll see if we can get some of those Roush videos done this week or this weekend. So on the different custom Roush builds you can get. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of the videos that are going live right now. We will have a Built Wad Wednesday video tomorrow because there's something that another company we're going to talk about later sent me a product to try out. And they didn't say it wouldn't. They said it wouldn't work on a cloth top, but I tried it and I made it work. So
you made some modifications.
I made it work. It really wasn't much modification. Really, it's very simple. So if they just added 2 holes on both sides, it's done. Right? They could make it work for with a hard or a cloth top. Anyway, all right. But so that video might go live Wednesday, and we got to highlight because we lowered the prices again on some Broncos. Crazy. Even though like Ford took away some rebates on Bronco, it was like $2,500 rebates, and now it's like $2,000. So I don't know why they took $500 away.
The prices are good enough. It makes me want one.
Just about. They keep teasing me, and I need to.
What's the 3W special code?
It is long 3WBF. So, and it's down in the show notes. If you hit the description,
is it capital L?
They have all capital letters for everything.
Okay.
In here.
So long.
W. The 3W.
3W.
BF.
BF.
Like I said, that works on their official website. And then they do have their stuff on Amazon as well. I do have links for the Ford floor liners and SUV floor liners in the show notes, and that'll take you over to Amazon. And that code would also get you $45 off there if you use those links. You have to use the links that are provided for those to kick over because there are special links.
Yeah.
So, And then the link that we have in the description is actually a special link to us. So not only do you get 35% off, but we are an affiliate, so that we get a little bit of kickback there. So, which is kind of cool as well. So, because right now they're running 30% off, so you're getting an extra 5% off.
Right.
What you're getting by using tonight's code. So there you go. All right. Yeah. There you go. There's that. All right. So what'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
I don't know. We had your boys, at least one of them.
You had Will?
We had Will.
For a little bit. Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
They love soccer. No, not Sunday. Saturday.
Saturday.
We played soccer.
Oh.
The boys played soccer. We had fun with that. So got a soccer ball on that.
Okay.
Yep. So we just had Will over. So
yeah, Saturday. I can't remember what I was doing. No, wait. Saturday was haircut day.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Saturday was haircut day. So we went and did gymnastics, and then we went over and got everyone haircuts. I wasn't feeling good at all. Like, migraine for 3 days, just knocked on my butt for all 3 days, just wanted to sleep. You kept Will to play with Jay while Theo came home and cuddled with me.
Yep. So, all right. Yep. And then, I just didn't do much. Had church duties in the morning. So I do the video, about 1 or 2 Sundays a month. So I will not be there to do the cantata.
That's right.
So we have cantata, and they always want me to do it because I always got a lot of close-ups of the choir and everything. But I will not be there for cantata because I will be in Las Vegas that day.
Yes.
So anyway, all right. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I don't know what else. Saturday is the day I put the shade on the Bronco. So didn't take me too long. So I was like, well, I'm going to set it up there and just see why it wouldn't fit and why it wouldn't work. And then I realized what it was. And I was like, oh, that's easy. I can do that.
Right.
I poked the 2 holes. So if you actually follow me on Patreon, if you're on one of the paid subscriptions on Patreon, you saw the video I did on the sunshade. So you get things just a little earlier over there. So, all right. Other than that, don't forget about some of the channels we support. So RagnarCon did a video on Black Friday stuff. You got to check that out. He's got some cool things that I hadn't seen, and some things that when you go, maybe I need to get that. So yeah, check out his video. And I like his Bronco break. So he always like things that are going on with Bronco and everything. So he did that video and talked about some Black Friday sales going on. So and there was a Lego thing that he showed off. There's a Bronco Lego. So anyway, looks like fun. Anyway, yeah, check out his video, and of course All Train Nation and Johnny's Car Can Reviews, your channel, All Women Driven as well. Sarah did a video interview with a couple of teammates from Rebel Rally.
Team 131. Team Velocity.
Yep.
This week is Jess from Unbridled Bronco.
So if you follow All Train Nation, you'll like this week's with Jess over there. So anyway, all right.
We might have gotten onto a swimming tangent.
Yeah.
She swam in high school. I have something over there. I swam in high school, as did she, and so we went on to I think 10-minute swimming tangent there.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway,
it was nice though.
All right. Yes. So just kind of checking out some of the comments, but so yeah, check out those channels, and yeah. All right, you getting those highlighted for shout outs?
I am.
All right, we're gonna somebody did say that we need to kind of throw this up here, right here. What's in Tim's cup?
Yes.
It'll be a big surprise for those of you that join on a weekly basis. But yeah, check that out.
All right. Let's see. All right, we have. I'm good.
Want me to throw it up?
Yeah.
Is this the one or this one?
Member intro. There we go.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
good.
We got McArthur. Thank you very much. He sent us a donation.
Yes, thank you.
We have Blue Feather. Good evening, everyone. Is it me? Did I miss seeing the scheduling video released 30 minutes prior to the live stream?
Well, let's think this through. And I actually didn't think about it until yesterday. I was like, wait a minute, Jeff, I don't need a thumbnail because Thursday is when they schedule orders.
What's on Thursday?
That's Thanksgiving. So they're not going to schedule orders. So I went and looked just to double check. I'm like, yep, nobody's scheduling this week. So there's not really a reason to do a scheduling video. So that is why you did not see a scheduling video.
Awesome.
They're scheduling.
All right, we got Ford enthusiasts. Hello, are we ready for Turkey Day?
I'm ready for a day off during the week.
So it's a day off for you.
Yes.
Because you don't cook, you don't do any of that. You get to chill and relax. I'm making sweet potatoes. I made sweet potatoes one year because every year they would just take the yams out of the can, dump them in the pan, and then just sprinkle marshmallows haphazardly. So you never got an equal amount of marshmallow to sweet potato or yam or whatever you want to call it. I'm like, I'm making a mashed sweet potato dish. So I make that in that first year. They were like, Sarah, you're doing it. No one else can make these anymore. You are in charge of this every single year. So I make it for Thanksgiving, Christmas, every single year. So I'm prepared for that. Making apple dump cake. And making getting my eggs over to my father-in-law so they can make the hard-boiled eggs or the deviled eggs.
All right.
So, all right. Evening, everyone. I did not receive the 30-minute update either.
You know why?
Well, the 30-minute update, like 30 minutes before the live stream.
Oh.
I do not always get those.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. I thought they meant the scheduling video.
I'm subscribed to. I'm actually a member of.
Do we have
All Terrain Nation?
We're live, right?
Yeah.
So it went live, right?
Yeah, they're talking to us. I have a subscription. Like I'm a member of All Terrain Nation, and I don't get notifications. I've made sure my notification bell is on, and I don't always get their notifications. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got Bronco Rob. Good evening, all. Happy Thanksgiving. Brian 5088. Ready, set, forward. Good evening. Mike 52. Good evening from North Pennsylvania or Northeast Pennsylvania. Rushman, happy Thanksgiving. John Robinson, good evening from New Hampshire, stealth mode. Caught at work.
Oh, he's at work.
Yeah, he's at work. He's in stealth mode. Good evening from gorgeous evening in Southern California. We had crystal clear skies and a high of 74 today. I hope everyone's doing well and looking forward to their Thanksgiving.
It turned very cold today. It was very windy, and then it turned very cold this afternoon.
It was bitter.
It's supposed to snow this weekend.
It was biting.
Do you know that? It's supposed to be like 20 degrees and snowing this weekend.
Sounds.
I'm ready for spring.
Possible.
I just want to go from fall straight to spring.
Yeah. We have Alan, evening one and all from rainy Oregon.
I lie. Actually, I do like the first snow. We like last year, if we get a good snow like last year, where people are just shut in, and I could take the Bronco and go, in a sense, off-roading in the snow around the city when nobody else is out. That was fun last year. I like to replicate that again.
I did not like that. Someone tell me how to lift my hybrid, please.
That was fun last year. So that is a situation where you don't need a rear locker. It's like I'm telling people, they think I should get one of the Broncos we have, and I said there's only one thing missing that's very important to me, and that is a rear locker. I'm like, and I'm like, well, most people don't use a rear locker. I will use a rear locker. So
that's because you've gotten a taste of the fun stuff.
Yeah, I will use a rear locker.
Stuff.
I will say the last time I went to Colorado, though, I did not use my rear locker. So I'm like, But I
That's
mean,
because
normally we would have.
That's because you've gotten better and you know your lines. You know how to take things
I
now.
still think we did use it like once.
I mean, Melissa
Couple
has
spots.
said that there's places where typically you would use your rear locker, but you don't have to use it. You can use a different line if you know how to take it.
Yeah. Or know how to use. I did a lot of left foot braking.
Mhm.
And when you get really good at that too, then you have to use it less.
Yep.
So.
All right.
Still need it though.
With Ford starting to meet 2027 EPA CARB early by building the 26 F-150 3.5 liter with gasoline particular filter, do you know if the 26 Expedition will have a GPF?
Right now, I didn't think either one had one, but
that's a mouthful.
But sometimes they won't always tell you that they're adding things. They just do. Like Maverick, it's like Maverick, they told us why it was going to be different, right? So they told people that it was going to have it, but we don't always get that message. So
yeah.
Anyway,
get a Bronco Sport. I
wish
they had a Bronco Sport and hybrid. That's what's keeping me in mind is my hybrid. I don't feel like going and using a bunch of gas. All right, time to get rowdy. Smiles and discounts. We have Mid-Coast Maine. Good evening. Did you have a couple of Labubus? Those are Sasquatches in your car, right? Do you know what a Labubu is?
No. Those are little stuffed Sasquatches that your mom got somewhere.
Yeah.
So they ride in the back. They used to ride on, where were they before? Oh, they sat in that little console.
That's
area.
Labubu.
Oh, no. They're little stuffed Sasquatches. But they did sit in the console for a while, and I wanted to put things there, so they got moved, and now they're in the back seat.
Right. All right. I've purchased 2 vehicles in the last 4 months that I need buy floor mats for. Both, however, are more than 20 years old. Thus, they don't carry mats for anything that I need mats for. I understand.
Yeah, the company started in 2015, I think.
Do you have them for 2015 Mustang? Gotta go check. Amazon has the floor mats for $93.49.
The
ones that you just promoted.
Okay.
All right. Only the mach-e.
Sure. The mach-e. Yes, Jeff got mach-e floor mats, some 3W mach-e floor mats. So I got them. They do have them for mach-e.
Yeah, we got Space Tech member for 19 months.
Wow.
Alan, we are going to sister-in-law's in Woodburn. Yeah. Let's see. I'm checking to make sure I didn't miss any of you. There were like 20 comments. RagnarCon. Nope, definitely not live. Talking to the other dimension or something. I don't know what I'm saying. You can ignore me.
Say, we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, so
we're like, where's RagnarCon been?
I was like, oh, what did I say? It's like I don't like that.
That's always the thing. If we don't see you, we're like, what did we say? What could I have
done?
What could we have done?
Anyway, he like I said, he's a video earlier. I watched it while I was working, so I need to go back and watch it again because I was like, oh wait, what was that? I missed that flashlight thing.
And Chuck's not joining us tonight, right?
I thought he might be. I knew he was traveling last Friday, but he should be there. So maybe he's off on time. Maybe he didn't get the notification either that we were going live.
Well, and maybe he's at dinner or there's something going on. But he's on vacation right now with his family for Thanksgiving. So
he did. So Mike 52G said that Amazon is only offering $14.02 off of the $43.49 for Maverick. So yes, so Amazon's probably cheaper than their website. So if you go to the website, they're probably similar pricing to that, is what I assume to that. So you might go to the website and see if it's cheaper on the website using the 35% off. But I'm assuming the website price is probably a little more expensive than Amazon. But there you go. That's an extra $14 though. With using the code, right? Anyway, there you go.
The GPF for 26 F-150 is why we lost 18 horsepower. Lost 10 horsepower on the hybrid for 26.
Yeah, we got now the Maverick didn't lose any. So maybe if because last year on the Maverick they said that for what was it for 25 model year? Or was
I think
it?
so.
Yeah, for 25 model year, they had mentioned on the Maverick that it was getting the filter in the second half of the year, and then it was going to lose 10 horsepower. Not on the hybrid, on the EcoBoost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then after testing, it didn't lose the horsepower. No, it was 12 horsepower, 12. But it ended up not losing it. So maybe initially this is what they think it's going to lose in a way of horsepower, but maybe once they do some testing, they'll figure out that, it's.
Sometimes you wonder,
right?
If they're coming out with bad news, like, oh, we're going to lose, 10 horsepower, and then they get through testing, they're like, okay, so actually.
No, like in this case, a lot of times Ford wants to always put things positively. So unless they actually know for sure, they usually don't put anything out. They don't say nothing. So my 52G is saying that the Maverick ones are $149 on their website. But is that after or before the code? 35% off of that, be a third of that. It'd be right close to that price, right? A third. 33% off of that would be, I don't know. So once you put that code in, probably you take a third of that off. Still be more expensive than Amazon. Anyway, there you go. Still, I'm sorry, but the price, if those are front and back floor mats, $100 on Amazon, even $150 is cheaper than what your factory mats are. Mm-hmm. And I will say, I've had the factory mats. I like these better. Yeah. I will say the ones in the mach-e, the factory mats and the mach-e actually are pretty good. I do have those, and they're pretty good. The ones in the Expedition as well, they haven't moved either. So right. I'd compare them about to those. But you can go with $100 for floor mats and a Maverick. That's better than probably about anybody else out there. Yeah, I think so. Pretty close. Anyway, but there you go. All right, we'll talk about some other things here later as well. But if you've done all those, you ready to move on?
Yep.
All right. So there is here. Let's pull this up. At this point, we usually do this. Like I said, we usually cover scheduling notes. I did not do a scheduling video today because they schedule orders on Thursdays. It's always on Thursdays. And this Thursday is Thanksgiving. The factories will be closed on Thanksgiving, one of their holidays. And so for that reason, there's going to be no scheduling of any of the factories. So no models are scheduled this week. So no scheduling. So if you have that order in and you're waiting to get it scheduled, take the week off. Don't have to check your emails on Thursday, Friday. So no scheduling this week and no notes either because of that. So there you go. They're scheduling. That's all done. Right. A lot of these aren't going to take that long, but yeah. I'm going to make it up by taking much longer on recalls, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah. All right, dealer news updates. I really don't have a lot of dealer news updates, but I have an article that I want to share that came out. And this may not be something that a lot of people want to probably chat about. So we'll just talk about this briefly, but I think it's important to take note on, and that is this article that came out on recurrentauto.com. They did some research on EV batteries. So yeah. I'm going to pull up the article so you guys can reference it. I think I may put it in the show notes. If not, I'll make sure I do, because I always like to give credit where I get this information from. But let's see if we can share the screen and pull this up here. And it's new data on EVs. So this came out here by Liz here that wrote this article, and they did a little research on battery life. And because a lot of people, early on have said, so how much is that battery going to cost me when I need to replace it? I mean, they're so worried about it, because when we think about it in a regular gas vehicle, we replace the battery every couple of years, right? Right. And so we're like, how much is battery going to cost me? It's only cost me 100, 150 for a battery there, but these are big batteries. Look at how big they are. They're going to cost a lot of money. And so people are so worried about the battery replacement, thinking it's going to be like a 12-volt battery, and it's not. It's totally different than a 12-volt battery. But they said, surprisingly, actually, they kind of go in through and talk about that they researched 30,000 electric cars and their batteries and such. So scientists kind of went through a bunch of them and found out that the degradation of the batteries are not as bad as people are thinking that it would be. It's surprisingly. So there's a couple little bullet points here. Unsurprisingly, the highest rate of battery replacements come from the very first generation of EVs on the road, which makes sense. These cars are now 14 plus years old and were built on early technology. So as every year, the technology gets a little bit better. So it says between 2015 and 2024, the average battery size has increased by 167%, meaning that newer EV batteries can stand to lose more capacity before they need replacement. As battery management systems improve and we migrate to newer battery chemistries, we should see even better battery life and fewer replacements in modern EVs. So they're kind of going through some of these facts down here, and they're talking about how rare it was for them to replace batteries. And I think they said in here, under 4% have been replaced. So out of the 30,000 that they researched, only 4% needed to be replaced.
Wow.
That's a very, very low number when you kind of look at this. Degradation also lasts a lot better as well. A lot of them are still getting like 99%. I think there's something down here. I talk about the different gens and what they are. So 2011 to 2016, 8.5% had to be replaced. Gen 2s, 17 to 21, it's 2%, and then 22 and so now it's 0.3%. But again, that's only 5 years old, right? So, or a couple years old. So that's common. They're still under warranty, right? So there are a couple reasons why they see the batteries need to be replaced. One is failure or defect. And a lot of times that's covered by the manufacturer, because a lot of these will have an 8-year battery life, right? Mm-hmm. Or a warranty on them, I should say. A lot of them. I know all the Ford ones, it's 8 years or 100,000 miles. So like I've had people say, well, how much is that battery going to cost you to get replaced? I said, I don't know. I'll worry about that in 8 years. Because I probably won't have it in 8 years because I'm going to, trade it in or I'm going to do something else. And the other one is average or normal deterioration on it. So they kind of talked about some of those different reasons. So anyway, they kind of go through some of those. Here's some of them, like they mentioned the Chevy Bolt that had a recall, the Kona EV that had a recall, Lightning Lariat, some of the modular replacements under warranty. We actually had a couple of those. The Hummer EVs had a recall, and Rivian RTs, all warranty replacements. So they kind of go through some of that. So anyway, you read the article. I mean, I'll link it, but EV range, availability, they're saying that like on that Ford is one of the better ones. You can see Cadillac, Hyundai, the Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Rivian, and Ford. They're all 99.9% after 3 years. Yeah. So that's pretty good, 99.9%. And one of the things that you see is, Tesla's down here at 96%, which is a little lower. Now there's a lot more Teslas on the road, but I think one of those factors is how fast you can charge it. Tesla's give you that where you can charge them so fast. And I think Ford limits the amount of charging that can go into the vehicles. Yeah. And they do that so that it's better for the battery, right? And so they don't want it to hurt the battery, so it'll last longer, right? Yeah. So anyway, but there you go. So there's something to take note of, because here's the deal is a lot of these EVs, you don't have a lot of expense,
right?
Like the only thing Jeff has had, he's brought his in for service once, and it was during the recall, and they checked his battery life, which was still 100% of the battery. It was in great condition. So they do check the battery degradation, and then they check they put washer fluid in his vehicle because it was out. Yeah. And then they rotated the tires. That's it. Yeah. Right. There's no oil changes to do. There's nothing else. There's no other. I mean, there's not a lot of moving parts on these EVs, and they'll last you a long time. Right. And if the battery life is staying up better than what they thought, I mean, a lot of people say, EVs, that we shouldn't have EVs and this and that. And they can't go very far. And there's a lot of things. Well, look at all the chargers we're getting. The infrastructure is booming now.
Right.
There's so much infrastructure out there now, but I don't know. Anyway, I think EVs is a way, even if you don't get the tax credit, it's something to consider. If you're looking out there and you don't like to go to your service department, you don't like to do oil changes every 6 months, right? And you don't like to do all these other services, there's a lot less moving parts on an electric vehicle.
Right.
And if you don't, how nice it'd be not to have to go to a gas station either.
Yeah.
And if you're a regular daily commuter where you can charge your vehicle at night at a home, I mean, really, that person could really just charge at home, never stop at a gas station, get service maybe once a year just to check the battery and rotate the tires. I mean, you really could just drive a lot for a lot of years on that electric vehicle with no maintenance cost, and it should last you a long time. So anyway, all right, enough about the EVs. Right. Well, let's get into some other stuff. There's no other really news other than that, but I do have a lot of recalls. Do we have any questions before we get into recalls?
Not that I saw about recalls.
Well, and about anything else before we get into recalls?
Nope.
People ready to shop.
Yep.
Right. All right. Let's cover a couple. Well, there's a bunch of recalls. This was I don't know what the deal was, but there's a lot of recalls that came out. But here we go. So this in here came out. This is compliance recall. Oh, wait. Let me do this. All right. So this is compliance recall 25C42. This is actually a supplement, an update to the recall that came out October 8th. And this in here on this update, they actually, the parts are now available for the Explorer and Police Interceptor vehicles. So they've updated it for that information, the parts list and update and everything, and the labor op and everything else. So this in here, it has to do with the reflector devices and associated equipment. So on some of the vehicles, that the electric components on the printed circuit board of the BC, the body control module C, may have been improperly soldered. So as a result, when a trailer is connected to the vehicle and the vehicle's trailer tow electrical connectors utilized, the trailer's tail lamps may not illuminate as intended. So anyway, so now they have updated that, and now they have the parts available. And so letters are going to go out. Actually, they're going out this week to the vehicles that now have parts available. So those Explorers and Police Interceptors. So Aviators, they did get information for those to get replaced the week of October 13th. But now the Explorer and Police Interceptors have it available for them. So they probably did is they only had so many parts, so they put them on the Aviators first. So, all right. Next is a safety recall 23S30. This is supplement as well. The original recall came out August 22nd, 2023. This is for 22 to 23 model year F-150 Lightnings with the rear light bar replacement. So this in here, they updated the technical instructions, the labor allowances, and the requirement of a photo submission for service departments. So it looks like 16,000 vehicles are affected by this one. And if just to kind of remind you, because this was several years ago, and all the affected vehicles, the reverse lamps may not function due to microscopic cracks in the vehicle's rear light bar. So if a microscopic crack has been initiated, it can propagate further via various methods such as temperature cycling, vehicle vibration, and or tailgate slam. So anyway, there's a crack, and so if they have that crack, then it can have issues with it. So anyway, so this would be basically you'd have to have the rear light bar, so XLT and above. So like it wouldn't be affected by the Pro version. But anyway, letters went out already to owners a long time ago, but now they've kind of updated a few things there. All right, this next one is safety recall 25SC4. And this is an advance notice. And so this is an update. So 2020 to 2024 model year Escape. And also it says 21 to 24 model year Corsair plug-in hybrids on this in here. 20,143 vehicles are affected by this one. And it says this is the one where it told you not to plug in your plug-in vehicles there. So this in here, some of the affected vehicles may contain a manufacturing defect in one or more of the vehicle's high voltage battery cells, which may cause the cell to develop an internal short circuit. In this condition, customers will experience a loss of motor power with a red stop safely now message displaying in the instrument cluster. So this in here, I don't think they were supposed to be driving the vehicle. This one also says that we still don't have a fix to it, so owner letters will go out once they have that fix. All right. The next one is Compliance Recall 25C54. This is for 25 model year Rangers. This in here, and there's actually several that are having the same issue, and that is the instrument panel upper section replacement. This in here, it doesn't say how many. Oh, yeah, 393 vehicles are affected by this one. And affected vehicles may not conform to the requirements specified by the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards. These vehicles may have been built with a passenger side instrument panel cover with an incorrect laser scoring process on the underside of the instrument panel cover. Non-conforming instrument panel cover components may alter the intended passenger airbag cushion opening and inflation characteristics. In the event of a crash necessitating deployment of the passenger airbag, the airbag may not deploy as intended. So this in here, it does say the owners are going to get their letters this week. So there you go. Next is Safety Recall 25SA4. And this in here includes a lot of different vehicles. 21 to 24 model year Bronco, 21 to 24. Now, I'm going to list all these vehicles, but they all have to have the engine block heater as well. So if you don't have the engine block heater, don't worry. So 21 to 24 model year Bronco, 21 to 24 model year Bronco Sport, 2020 to 2022 Corsair and Escape, 2016 to 2018 Explorer, 2020 to 2023 Explorer, 2019 to 2020 Fusion, 2022 to 24 Maverick, and also it says, and then 2016 to 2019 MKC, and 2019 to 2024 Rangers, equipped with either the 2.0 or the 2.3 EcoBoost engine and the engine block heater. So this in here affects 65,761 vehicles built. And some of the affected vehicles, the engine block heater may develop a coolant leak through its element pins, which could cause a resistive short circuit while the engine block heater system is plugged in. A short circuit in the engine block heater increases the risk of an underhood fire. So this is the main reason why we couldn't get engine block heaters to get scheduled for orders on some of these. So that's why they've been holding that off. Letters are going to go out to all these owners the week of December 1st. So next week. So there you go. All right. Next one is Safety Recall 25S49. This is supplement number 3. So in this particular supplement update, this is for a lot of different vehicles. This has to do with the rear camera screen software update. And so they updated, let's say, some of the affected vehicles. They listed F-150s from the Rouge Electric Assembly Plant twice. And so they removed the second entry. They also updated it because the claims and preparation submission. So there's a subcode provided to enter when making a rental claim was incorrect. So they updated that. And then labor allowances and parts ordering information. So they added comments to indicate if the labor operation will or will not close the FSA, which labor operations can be claimed together, and descriptions. So anyway, so they did that. So this is 1,083,685 vehicles that are affected by this. But like I said, this in here has to do with the frozen rear view camera on there. So, or delayed or something like that. And so anyway, so parts to repair this condition are currently not available in sufficient quantities. So anyway, so there you go. And we're going to see another one of these recalls here in just a little bit that's similar to this in a sense, but they're advanced notice. and they're also a stop sale as well. So we'll see. We'll get to those in just a second. This in here is safety recall 25SD3. This is an advance notice for 25 model year Maverick and 26 model year Corsair vehicles with a 2.0 liter engine. It does say, and also certain 2026 model year Explorer and Mustangs with a 2.3 liter engine. So it says only 6 vehicles are affected by this. So not that many. For Maverick, you would have to have been built October 31st of 2025, which you'd have to have one of the last 25 model years, right?
Right.
Anyway, on all affected vehicles, the cylinder head may have a loose ball plug or ball plugs. This condition may result in a rapid oil leak if a ball plug comes out of the cylinder head. An oil leak in the presence of an ignition source, such as a hot engine or exhausted components, may result in or can increase the risk of a fire. So anyway, and then this one doesn't have a fix yet. So once they do, then they'll email them out. So owners of record will be notified via first-class mail after remedy availability, including repair instructions, have been provided to dealers. So it's only 6 vehicles. So
yeah.
Sometimes I'm surprised when I see a recall and it's such a small number. But there you go. All right. Next is a safety recall 25SC3. This is for 25 to 26 model year Bronco and Bronco Sports. So there is some overlap. So actually, all the 26 model year Broncos those are pre-production vehicles. So nothing any customer would have. But this in here affects 228,668 vehicles. So the reason, and we actually have, this is a stop sale one, right? I believe it is. Because I think this affects vehicles that we have in stock because they're 25 model year.
Yeah.
So it does say in some of the affected vehicles, a blank instrument panel cluster may be present upon vehicle startup. This can occur when the vehicle is restarted at a specific point after turning the vehicle off. This may prevent the driver from seeing critical vehicle information such as speedometer, warning lights, and warning messages. The inability to see this information increases the risk of a crash. So this is why we're having a stop sale right now. It does say in here, owners of record are expected to get mailed the week of December 1st. So this one at least has the fix, right? So those customers don't have to wait too long. So this next one is a compliance recall 25C43, supplement number 1. So the original one came out September 26th, and this is for 24 and 25 model year Mustang vehicles. This in here has to do with those headlights, right?
Yeah.
So which we figured to fix around that.
Yeah.
So we found one. The recalls, anyway, we'll get into that. 105,000 vehicles are affected by this one. And they did on this update, they updated the repair photo submission information. So you have to submit a photo that the repair was done or that it's been sealed. And then labor allowances and parts ordering information as well on this one here. Some of the affected vehicles may not conform to the requirements specified by the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards for lamps, reflective devices, and associated equipment. Water intrusion on the BCM may lead to corrosion in the BCM, that's body control module. Corrosion in the BCM causes loss of communication with exterior lighting components and signal lamps that are required to be activated with low beams. Front and rear side marker lamps, tail lamps, and license plate lamps are not activated. In addition, the side marker and tail light functions may flicker and not be steady burning. So it does say in here that the owners were notified the week of September 29th on this. But we found a workaround on this. So, because if you can seal it up yourself and then show photo proof that nothing's coming in, then you can get the recall taken care of. So the recall fix is just now coming out, but we are able to figure out that and send photo submissions to show that fix on some of our Mustangs. And we were able to deliver those a couple months ago. So there you go. That's all those. But yeah, we have a bunch of, we found a lot of Broncos and some Bronco Sports that are on recall right now. We can't sell them. We can't deliver them, I should say. Right. And so it's weird because it's not None of the Raptors are included. So they were like, oh, well, the Raptors got a different screen than the others. I said, no, they don't. They have the same screen. Don't they? Or are they different? Maybe because the instrument panel is that in front of the steering wheel. So
You're on early. No home group tonight, right?
probably not. Hey, you know what? This is she's watching us instead of leopard pineapple.
I thought they were Thursdays.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday
And Saturday.
and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. Anyway, that's right. All right. Ready for this? She probably want to jump on here to find out what I was wanting to buy. Anyway. All right. Ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about some of the Black Friday deals and how to find those different ones, and maybe you may not even be aware of some of the different ones that get discounts. Now, we talked about our sponsor for tonight's live stream, the 3W. Don't forget about them. If you want some nice floor mats, they got a deal going on with our discount code long 3WBF. You can get through the December 2nd. You get 35% off on their website, or you can go to Amazon and get an extra $45 off. So there you go, with that same code. Now, some other ones to think about, and I do have some ways of finding some of them that I found, and some ways to find some for your specific vehicle, right? Companies that do different things. But let's talk about some that outside of that. We talked about RTR. So RTR has daily deals going on right now on their website. And so what we're probably going to need to do is we're probably going to need to go back over to this and pull up websites and just go to websites. So so let's just go to RTR. All right. Is it RTR.com? We'll find out, I guess.
I found it using email.
Let's do search for RTR. RTRvehicles.com. There you go. So they have this in here, Black Friday deal. All components, component bundles save or 20% off, but they do have Black Friday so that you can get early access. So you get basically emailed. They did this last year. So when it gets closer, then you get emailed. And a lot of times you'll get the discount before if you set up the email.
Bundle and save today.
So you got some different discounts that you can have. You can see those.
I was looking at their merch.
I know their merch too is a big sale going on right now too on a lot of it. I know they're trying to clear out some stuff.
Go up to warehouse sale.
So this was actually a prior to Black Friday sale.
Yes, so they'll have more on sale after this, but this is what Vaughn's promoting all over his socials right now.
Yeah, there you go. I got one of those RTR hats. Pretty cool.
I saw a couple sweaters on there.
There you go.
Some jackets. There's one I really like that's Bronco. It's on the next page, I think.
Oh, they got an RTR polo. I like during the summer, I like wearing the different polos for different companies, whatever. Is that an umbrella?
It is.
RTR umbrella. That's
that looks
cool.
like a wheel spoke.
Yeah.
There's that one, the 1966.
Oh, that's cool.
They have that in a sweatshirt, and then keep going. There's that one.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. And then there's the 1966 sweater. There.
Oh,
so they're right next to each other.
With all the Broncos on the sleeves and everything?
Yeah. And then you have this one that's the RTR Bronco.
Oh, that's cool with the Bronco on the front.
Yeah. That one
and don't forget, they won their class.
Yeah.
Right? At the Baja 1000. So.
Beanie, mystery box, mystery hats, stickers.
There you go. Little foam fingers.
I built up a cart with stickers for the boys. Their stickers are on sale.
There you go. Pretty cool.
So, yeah, there's the sticker pack.
Pretty cool. So there you go. There's RTR. They have some things on sale. As you can see, discounted. Man, some of that stuff's like 50% off. So there you go. Another one is Rough Country. And you guys know that I do have several Rough Country stuff on ours. So they have Black Friday starts now. So you can shop the sale. And I think you put in there, it's similar to what RTR is doing, it looks like. Put that in, email and phone number, and then you get get that. And then you get different things that are on sale. So what's great about RTR is they're really getting into a lot of things that help you. So we did see some of their bed covers at SEMA, but they have a lot of different cool things. Now, I think in here, it reverted to my 2024 Ford F-150 for some reason on a vehicle, but you select your vehicle and it'll give you the things available for your particular vehicle. But you have some nice bed covers that work with even Maverick. They have some Maverick bed covers. But they have a lot of cool things. Their shocks are really good. They have a lot of different other things that are available. So they're really getting into it. They have fender flares for Bronco now. So you can check them out for some deals as well right there. Let's see what else. Oh, something else. And I don't know if they have a sale going on, but this is a company that I think I'll be working with shortly. And I think I want to put in there. Yep, they do have a discount going on. So these people, they make little things you can put in the back of your SUV or your truck, and they help you section. So they do have a Black Friday sale, 20% off with the code BF20. But if you're looking for something, if maybe it's a Maverick or something, so you see it in the SUV, they're kind of showing there, and these things go down in the mat, and then things won't move around like you're seeing with that there. You can just take them out and move it. And so I'm really wanting to get this system, and I think they're going to work with me. They even make something to adjust, because I want to put one in the slide out for the Bronco. So I want to get that mat put in there into the Bronco. And what they need to do is they need to work with Mountains to Metal.
Yeah.
And make that for them. But I'm going to be contacting them, talk to them at SEMA, and probably doing a video on their system at some point. But that is pretty cool. You can get a discount with them as well down there, of course. We've done some stuff with Electron. So Electron has a deal going on for their adapters. You can see there. So if you need an adapter for your vehicle, you can get one through them. So if you have, you do need to do some charging, you can see 30% off on some of them, 10% off site wide. We do have an affiliate with them, and the link is in the description. That should get you an extra 5% off of that. I assume it still works even with the Black Friday sale. But so you can get different adapters and chargers. I have one of their chargers, actually, the level 2 charger. I think it's that one right there. We actually did a video on one of these chargers. So this is one that plugs in to your level 2 charging. Your plug there. What am I thinking? Your 240. That's what I'm thinking of. Your 240. If you have one of those like in your garage or something, you can plug it in, and it works almost like a mobile one, but you can turn it on and off with the app, which is really cool. So anyway, we've done a video on some of their chargers. So if you're looking for a nice level 2 charger and you haven't put one in your house, you can do that. And they have some adapters as well that work. So you can check them out, and they got deals going on as well. Some of the others that are going on, if you're looking for Ford branded stuff, don't forget about the merchandise at Ford.com. I don't know why that went to just hats, but they have 25% off going on right now. You can see that site wide this week. So 25% off on any Ford merchandise. So if you're wanting some Ford stuff, you can go there and you can get all kinds of stuff in there. Bronco t-shirts, hats, that kind of stuff. Right. I like that Bronco hat. I have so many Bronco hats though. Anyway, so there you go. You can see their discounts there, 25% off across the site. I actually have that shirt. I bought it. Some pretty cool. Oh, got that shirt too from the 60th anniversary. There you go. Anyway, 25% off. I think it said 25% off. This, I think, said 20% off on it. But so there you go. Most everything is 25% off. So you can check that out. And along with that is if you're looking for accessories, accessories.ford.com. And they actually have better than 15% right now. They actually have 25% going on. But I think you have to use their special code. I got an email. So I'm going to give it to you guys because it is member 2025. Member as in a member. So I don't know. I got the email, I think, because it may be Ford Pass or whatever. but I got an email. And so instead of 15% off, if you want 25% off, I think going on this week, it is member 2025 at checkout. So anyway, you might want to put that in the chat. So 2025. That gets you that. In case you guys didn't get the email, use that because you know what? You're our members. So I'm giving that over to you guys. So there you go. Check that out. So if you're wanting that. Now, other ways to find other vendors, because there's a lot of other places and other vendors you can
Does
work
RC
through.
have coolers on sale?
Who?
RC.
Rough Country?
Yes.
Maybe. Okay. We want to talk about coolers. Okay.
Yeah. Mom mentioned that. She said she's driving, so she's listening.
So I actually, in my next cooler, I do have a Rough Country cooler.
Yes.
But my next one will be set power. So Brian and Melissa Clark have a set power one. And the reason why I'm looking at that, let's go ahead and allow, is I don't want to do that. Just whatever. Okay. Is that they have some coolers that I really like. So these are refrigerators that you plug in, right? And what I want is I want one of these dual zone fridges. So they have some in here, and they're these here that I'm looking at. I think I'm looking at either the 45 or the 58. I think the 55. So this in here has two different zones to it.
That looks soft.
Oh. Come on, you're going to show it? There you go. So two different zones. So there's a left and a right, and they have two different temperatures to them. So you can have the left side be your freezer. And so you can take that temperature on down as low as you want. Not as low as you want. I'm not sure what they are. And the right side can be the other one. So you could have two freezers, two refrigerators, or a freezer and a refrigerator, which is what we want to do because we don't have a freezer and the camper. We have a refrigerator, but it doesn't freeze. Well, it could. Like I said, it's one zone, so we have to choose. But what I like about this is you can do that. And so that's kind of the route I'm looking at. You can also get their slide that you could put in your Bronco, and it will slide out. But we have a slide, so we wouldn't need that. They also have a battery backup. Now, this in here has a thing where you can do it by your phone. But I believe they have a battery. There it is. You can get this battery. Now, RagnarCon did a one on a cooler, and he got a battery that he plugged in and was able to plug into the cooler as well and plug in from that. So it would plug that in, charge that battery up, charge it while you're plugged in. And then when the vehicle's not running, it's going to run off that battery until the battery's dead. And then, so I'm not sure, like the Rough Country one mine has a backup battery on it. So it'll last for so long. I'm assuming there's a backup battery in this one as well. And then it would run
Remember, 2025 expires tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, you better hurry. Anyway, aren't you glad you watched the live stream? Just kidding. So if you're watching this recorded, sorry. Anyway, but so there you go. So there's an option for you. Rough Country their coolers are different than the one that I have. They don't have the one that we have anymore. There's an updated version to that. But Set Power is probably the one I'm going to go with next, and they're running sales as well on some of their coolers. So I think it has to be certain ones. So this one is that is actually pretty discounted.
That is.
So from $518 down to $351, and that is the cooler with the battery power pack. So right, you get nope, it's not. It's extra. So there you go.
You just get the AC adapter.
And I don't really need the app control. Although there was times where we were driving and I didn't know if it was plugged in and working, so we stopped, pulled over, so I could find that out. So I guess that would be convenient. And they say these covers will keep it. It's like insulated, and so it actually help keep it cooler longer. But anyway, so there you go.
Cooler. It should, as long as that lid stays cool, it should stay cool on the cooler side.
Yeah. All right. So something else to think about is I don't know if any of you have joined any of these different forums for your different models that you're into, whether it be Bronco or the Maverick Truck Club are some of those. But if you go to these, if you are like I'm a member of all of them, really, to be honest, bronco6g.com. That's a forum you can sign up. You don't have to sign up though to find out different people that are sponsored. So there's a sponsor directory.
Yeah.
And if you go there, you can click on any of these and it goes to their website. Like if you're looking at Oracle lighting, you just click on that and then it pulls up their website and there they got 20% off. So about all these companies have a deal going on for Black Friday right on their website. So if you can just go there, you can go to the different forums and you can find them, whether it be Panda Works. I think you actually got to see. Yeah, I forgot to share it. Panda Works has taken extra 10% off. Well, that's before you go. But I think they had some Black Friday. There you go. Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, right? And they have one. Ooh, they have some Maverick stuff right there. So there's some Black Friday stuff going on Maverick stuff if you want. They have all kinds of different things. Exhaust, right? They got all kinds of stuff there. But anyway, so there's a way to find that stuff right there. I'll go back to this before I close that. There we go. But that's how you would find some of them up there. So like this happens to be Bronco, but let's say you're looking at the Maverick Truck Club, right? You do the same thing. If you go to their sponsors, click on that and go down to their directory. And here, I'll show you that. So you guys probably weren't able to see that earlier, but there's the directory for the Maverick Truck Club. So you can see some of them that are specific to the Maverick, because there are some of these, that are, you can check out. There's 3W, by the way, right there. So when you click into theirs, you can see 35% off, or you get another 5% with our code for today. But there you go. And then you can select, like I said, on this one here.
Go ahead, 15. It's like Mustang.
So there's your Ford vehicles. Yeah, C-Max is in there.
New.
Escape, Edge,
Mustang Mach-E.
Bronco Sport.
They don't have Mustang, but they have
Right,
Mustang
Maverick
Mach-E.
Hybrid, Maverick Gasoline, because they are different, because the hybrid and gasoline are different. Mustang Mach-E, Ranger, F-150 with underseat or without underseat storage, Super Duties. So it is a little bit, it's earlier ones. There's Expedition, Max Link, 8-seaters. So anyway, so there's the different ones. And yeah, so, and their mats are like, if you looked at the video I did, check out the rear mat is really kind of cool.
I'm telling you can't use it, so hang it up.
Yeah. But yeah. So there you go. Anybody have a Forder that wants the rear cargo mat? I have one that I'm not using.
Can I put it in my C-Max?
So there you go. Oh, they're not able to see that. I keep forgetting to do that. So there you go. That's what that one looks like. But there you go. That is a way of finding some cool deals, and finding different companies that maybe you want to work with. And it might spend some time. A lot of these are going to be, doing their deals, all, through Cyber Monday. So through the weekend. So, if you're, sitting at Thanksgiving and instead of watching football, go to your favorite.
So I know what you're going to be doing.
Go to Maverick Truck Club and start clicking on some of these people. Mabet, and that's why I thought it's called Mabet, but it's Mabet, right? So Mabet is a company that primarily sells on Amazon, and we will be partnering with them as well. I don't have an affiliate link with them yet, but I do have that video that's going to go live Wednesday. The install of the the cargo shade. Actually, this has Maverick, so you have Maverick stuff, but we'll get a discount code to get you money off on that as well.
Space Tech said that the Set Power compact refrigerators cool from -4 to 68, reaching 32 degrees in just 15 minutes. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I wasn't sure the numbers, but I knew it was like it gets cold pretty quick.
Okay, so the first year Lebo and I were married, we had been to Colorado a couple of times and gotten ice cream cakes. So when we got married on our honeymoon, we stopped in Denver and grabbed an ice cream cake and took it with us to the cabin up in Estes so that we could have ice cream cake for the week of our honeymoon. We then, for his birthday every year, I had or because we had been celebrating in Colorado for like 2 years. We would go on our trip for his birthday. So we would get a Cold Stone cake. Well, there came a year where we weren't on a trip, and I was like, I want to go to Manhattan and get a Cold Stone cake for him.
Mm-hmm.
So Grandma was like, okay, I think we can do it. So we get there, and we had gotten, my plan was to get dry ice once we were there and to wrap it up and put it in the cooler and do all this stuff. And they even like deep chilled it. So I guess they have a fast chiller that'll take it down to negative whatever. But if I had had a cooler like that, I would have been fine.
Right.
I wouldn't have had to do all of that.
So this is the one for the Bronco Sport. So there's one broncosportforum.com. There's bronco6g.com for your Bronco salespeople or customers. Maverick Truck Club for the Maverick people. You do have for Mustang, you have the Mustang 7G. And for Ranger, you have Ranger 6G. So those are all the forums that kind of I belong to that I know about. Also, there's a mach-e forum.com and Mustang mach-e forum.com. And then there's an F-150 Lightning as well. There's two different Lightning ones, and these all, you can tell they're kind of all like run by the same people. Their sites all look similar, but a great way, even on Bronco Sport, if you're wanting some different things, right, to get some cool things. And I don't know if any of these, that says lifts. That's actually Maverick it's showing. That one there shows a Bronco Sport. So looks like to me, I mean, it says Ranger lifts. So, but there you go. Upgrade your truck accessory gallery. I don't know if I want that kind of truck, but anyway, so I don't know, but you can check out different ones and see on some of these. Of course, 3Ws on most of these because they do have the mats for the Bronco Sport as well, as we talked about. But all of them are there and available. I noticed like you'll see some companies won't be on all of them. Like we've seen the 3W on several different ones, but like if we go to the Mustang, one company you'll see in the Mustang one that you won't see on some of the others is when you go up here to sponsors, is that you'll see RTR. So RTR's on the Mustang one because they do a lot with Mustangs. So I don't know if I saw them on the Bronco one or not, but there's some companies there. And like you said, all these, when you go into them, you click into them, they do have, they're all running specials going on right now.
Yep.
So that's a great way of getting that kind of deal right there. So, but there you go. So that's a great way if you're wanting to find some bargains and some deals. That's a great way of finding, a lot of companies within one. So go to the different forums and go into those sponsored links up there and the sponsors there, and then find those different companies out there. But yeah, and then of course on Amazon too, you can search for your model. Just like we saw with, Mabit has one, they have stuff for Bronco, 2-door and 4-door, as well as for Maverick and some of those. So you can actually specific run down and just find out what vehicle you're looking for and what they have for those different ones. And, some of the stuff is, you might think, okay, that's all this stuff's, expensive, but I mean, look over and here, let's go back to that. Cause hold on a second. Oops, I messed that up. Let's see here. Let's go to the Bronco one here real quick and pull it up. And I'll pull it up once I get there. Do they have? Yes, they are. Okay. All right. Let me pull that back up now and show you. There you go. And add it. Okay. So when you go to the Maverick one or the for this one here, if you check out some of their stuff, like look at the Bronco stuff. I mean, a lot of their stuff, they show you like all the different accessories, and they're all some some of these things aren't that expensive. If you start looking at some of these, it's a tray liner for $23.99, right? So you could get something, sometimes, you maybe are on a budget for Christmas and you don't, I don't want to spend more than $50 on my brother-in-law or whatever, right? I don't want to spend that much on him or whatever, right? You can find some things for their Bronco or for their Maverick or whatever vehicle maybe they have. If you can find some things that are not expensive. Like, let's say you don't want to get the whole mat set for them, right? Well, like this company here, and I'm sure 3W does as well, you can get just the seat backs.
Right.
So like for me on the Bronco, I really like the seat backs because those are carpeted and I'm always getting them, stuff in that sticks to that. Right. Or maybe you just want to get the lights and let them install it themselves.
Right.
That kind of thing. Right. There are some very inexpensive things that are in here. And in fact, I will be doing a video and maybe, for my Ford Video Guide channel, all the different things I put on my Bronco that are all less than $150. And a lot of them are less than $50 or $75. So it's a great way of finding some things for your car lover out there that maybe has a Bronco, whatever. There's your floor mat, that they have there, but lighting upgrades, so there's some that are very inexpensive. So you don't have to, all these for your vehicle. They're not all expensive accessories. Sometimes there's some inexpensive things you can get for those people out there. If they want to, even those 3 lights, you'd think, hey, that's expensive. $45. Through Mabit. So there's some great options for you out there if you're looking to get something for somebody and but want something different, something, instead of getting them, the same thing every year or whatever. You can think about that, but there you go. So anyway, any questions or anything?
No. SpaceX says Bronco door handle cubbies are great and less than $30.
We talked about those on Friday, didn't we?
Yep. William says he ordered some cool patches off the Ford merchandise website and a cool Bronco ugly Christmas sweater.
Cool. There you go. And yeah.
Can you get an engine block heater for a hybrid Maverick?
No. I don't think so, because like those engine block heaters, it's to keep the engine block warm. Typically what you'll do on a hybrid is, I believe the reason you don't really see them on those, actually you can't, I think, because I think they said on the Maverick that for the EcoBoost engine, you couldn't get the engine block heater, but you could get it on the hybrid version.
Oh.
Still. It was still available on.
Okay.
So I think so.
All right. Will hard roll-up tonneau cover for Maverick be on sale ever?
Hard roll-up tonneau covers for the Maverick.
Does Ford have sales?
Yeah. We said, was it 25% off today? And they have the roll-up covers on their website. Sure. Right. Accessories.ford.com.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's, I'd like to see, we did see some bed covers from Rough Country. Yeah. Like I said, we have that trifold one on our Mavericks out there, those sport truck ones, and I really like them. But they also had, for the F-150, they had a roll-up one, and that I thought was in a power retractable one. You just press the button and it retracted in. The retracts type of thing, which was really cool as well. So I'm like, well, they need to move that, have one of those available for the Maverick. Hopefully they will soon, but I know on the F-150 it's coming. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I think I'd assume the tonneau covers are part of the discount. Still get the % off, I'd assume. But anyway, so.
All right. When do you think Ford will update their website with 26 Ranger info and pictures?
Okay, so we know what they've been doing is as they're about ready to start production, that's usually when the build and price becomes available. So on the Maverick, they started production on November 3rd, and November 5th is when the build and price went live on their website. Okay. Bronco was very unusual. It went early. I don't know why, but all the others, it's going to be so I would assume on Ranger, it's going to be January. So right after, I'd say right around the first of the year is when you'll see it on the Ranger. If you're wanting a build and price to see pricing wise, we have it on our website. You can go to our website, order your Ford, and find the Ford Maverick or the Ranger. I'm sorry, and we have a build and price on our website right now. So you can, if you want to just get pricing, say, okay, well, if I get the moonroof or I get this, what's my price? You can go to our website and get that information as well. So with all the details. So if you're wanting that kind of thing, now it won't change the look of the vehicle, but at least it's there for you to get that information. So because you can order them now. A lot of people think, I know on some of the other, even sales guys, we've had customers calling us saying, my dealer says that I can't order a Ranger, or I can't order a Bronco right now, or I can't order this. And I'm like, why would they say that when the order banks have been opened up? We've done videos on them. We've placed orders. Why could they not be available? And so I figured out that a lot of other dealerships are looking at Ford.com and assuming if it's not on Ford.com and you can't build it, then you can't order it within your system. And that's not true. So, okay. They said member 2025 wasn't working. Did you try all caps? Because
it would be all caps.
The code that I had was all caps. So you might try that. Yeah, try that instead. It was member 2025 in all caps, at least in the email that I received. And I received that today, I believe.
Well, someone else said that was working for today.
There's the merchandise one. I might have deleted that email. Anyway.
Or was it for only the merchandise?
No, it was the accessories website. I remember seeing that. Yeah, I'm not sure when it was for though, but yes. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure when that email came out. I just saw it today when I was going through, because I was jumping down through my emails trying to find some of that stuff. Oh, here. Yeah, 25% off Ford accessories. Ford Rewards members get exclusive early access to Black Friday deals. Outfit your Ford vehicle and get ahead of the holiday rush. Use code at checkout, member 2025. Not a member, it's the perfect time to join. So you might have to be a Ford Rewards member to get it, but it does say early access. So it almost looks like today you can get it. Like you can get it now.
Yeah.
And then that on Friday, they'll give it to everybody else.
Yeah.
But there you go. Anyway, okay. Yep. There's that. If you want some Ford accessories or Ford merch, right? They both have them on sale. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. So the question is, you had mentioned some stuff you want to get on the RTR website.
Yeah.
You see anything else? Although you'd like to have some floor mats for C-Max.
I want floor mats for C-Max.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I was going to take pictures of what mine look like now. Since I put them in, they have not moved an inch.
Lebo, the floor mats in my C-Max are from a previous trade that we had at one point. Because once something's traded in, they wait, so long on the things, and then they let the guys go for it, or at least they used to. And so he got those out of an old trade.
And if it's going to go to auction or something, we don't keep it then. So
sometimes they'll let the guys go through it and be like, "What do you want?"
Well, we have a a Bronco that came in that we had it was a Heritage Limited Edition Bronco. Mm-hmm. And it had a claw top in the back of it. You remember that?
Yeah.
And like there's the claw top, and I looked on the window sticker, and the vehicle didn't come from the factory with it because it didn't say dual top.
Right.
Because you can get those as a dual top, and I thought, oh, it was probably ordered as a dual top, so we included the soft top in there. But come to find out, I think the customer had actually purchased the soft top, never installed it, and then went ahead and traded it in. So they didn't even know, and they're like, "Yeah, go ahead and you can have it," because they knew I had a cloth top. I'm like, "You can have it, make a backup for you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I already have a backup." So
way ahead of you.
So, but yeah, because yeah, so that was that's really weird. But yeah, you never know what comes in some of these vehicles, and some of them won't include. Some of them go ahead and trade it in, and they're not going to put it in their next vehicle, so
Yeah.
they just leave it in it. You know, like for me, if I was going to trade in my Bronco, I'm not going to take all that stuff off my Bronco. Some of it, like the more expensive stuff, like that slide from Mountains to Metal, the attic tray, I'm taking those off because I'll put those on my next vehicle. But like, I'm not going to replace the shocks and everything.
Yeah.
I'll just get those again on the next vehicle or have one that doesn't,
right,
or whatever. So, because they mentioned that, they were like, "Hey, you need to buy one of this other one because we need to sell 6 more Broncos."
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, if I were to get another Bronco, it would be a Badlands.
So here's something what you should think about that a lot of people don't when buying upgrades for their vehicle. Just because you bought it doesn't mean it's raised the value of your vehicle. Sometimes they will include the upgrades that you've added into your quote or whatever, but a lot of times a lot of those smaller like fender flares and a couple of other things, they're not going to add that into your value,
and depending what it is, it actually could lower the value.
Yes.
So like on a truck, like we used to see this happen a lot on vehicles that had flatbeds, and they think that raises the value.
Yeah.
And we'd say, actually, we'd rather have the regular bed on it because it'll be harder to sell without a regular bed on it.
I remember you telling me that.
So a lot of
people that would trade in, or they get a cabin chassis so they can switch their bed on and off.
Yeah.
Thinking that, oh, well, that makes it easier. Not really. Just take your bed off.
For them. But then when they trade it in, right, then we have their trade in without a bed.
We have a cabin chassis.
Yep. But for us, it's an easier to sell one with a bed on it than as a flat bed.
Yeah.
And so we would, we had a lot of our farmers that would have learned that over time and if they do put a flat bed on it, they keep the bed.
Yeah.
And then when they're ready to trade it in, they put it back on.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just depending on what it is. I mean, sometimes like if it's like a Roush or something, we justify for the package, that kind of thing, and some of the equipment. So we will justify for some things. But yeah, like you said, some things don't really add that much, right? Or like I said, that could deter them if it's something that doesn't sell. Like we'll have trucks that will have the camper shell on them.
Yeah.
Right. And then we'll end up taking them off because they won't sell. But then once you take the camper shell off, they'll sell.
Got a good deal on a 25 Escape. Now might need an easy access cargo shade. Are you talking about like those kind of like a fabric canopy?
No, I think it's the cargo.
Oh, the cargo shade. Okay.
You know what I'm talking? The cargo shade that goes back there and covers up
in
to
the cargo.
back. Yeah.
Okay. Because my brain went to like those tents that you have. Now
some of them, like on my mach-e, easy access cargo shade. Yeah, it is the ones that usually it's like a ton with like a
it's a cover.
It slides and goes into the position in the back.
Yeah.
Some of them have a shade that goes with the lift gate.
Yeah, you might check Ford Accessories for that.
So they probably have them on Ford Accessories website. I'd be surprised they didn't. So
yeah. Well, if anyone needs a canopy for vehicle storage, I have one for sale because we won't use it.
They did say the one that attaches to the hatch. So that's the shade that goes up. There's the other one, the slides back that retracts. So I didn't know which one they were talking about, but there you go. All right. Said worked for me on the Ford Accessories website. So, all right, all caps. So remember that. Oh, I think you got a extra E in there though. Member 2025 is what it should be.
Right.
So
no,
anyway,
I have the right one in there.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, he actually said before that capitals don't work. Space between member and 2025 didn't work either. Huh. So he said that it worked.
Right.
Okay. So he said, okay. There you go. There's that.
Anyways.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. No, I use Black Friday typically to do the rest of it used to be I did most of our Christmas shopping Black Friday and then got any other odds or ends the rest of the season. This time I've done the bulk of the shopping beforehand, and now I'm using Black Friday to fill in.
Yep. All right. Well,
I'm just gonna say it. Everyone's getting eggs.
It's 8:30, but we could. I mean, if we wanted to, we could talk about some of the different things that I really like. Like if you have a Bronco or whatever, there's a lot of companies that I really like, and I think they have good products for your Bronco. Mountains to Metal has some great products. They're all like fabricated like shelves and molly panels and everything. So most of the stuff is pretty expensive. So like some of their stuff is a little expensive, but those that is a company that I really like. And they are local. Let's see if I can pull them up. And we'd like to highlight them because actually I've done some things with them.
Freshman used his Ford Pass points and 25% discount.
There you go.
Nice.
Wait a minute. What happened to my? Oh, right here. All right. So Mountains to Metal, they do have some pretty cool stuff on theirs. Like I said, I have 2 of their products right now. I have this attic tray in mine, flip down attic tray, and I really do like this tray. And I don't know, right now it was making some noise, but now I've noticed it hasn't. So maybe I just wore it in. And that, like I said, that is a little pricey, but it's a nice tray that sits up in that area that really you don't like access and use, and then it flips down. So it's up there, up in the top, and then you flip it down. So it's kind of cool. And let me see. Do we have? Is there a video?
Never.
Okay. I think. Yeah, right there. We got an install video.
That's right.
That's on their website right now. So install video by Ford Video Guys. So, but also looks like that we have 151 Garage that also did an install video. So there you go. But yeah, so they had asked me to do that video. So, but yeah, you can see that. Yeah, I really like their attic tray. So I have like all my the Air Bear down up there. I got all my recovery stuff is up in that tray, and I just put it out there. Now, if you have your top off,
they're nice too. They're nice people.
Yes, they are real nice people. But when you have that up though with the top off, then that tray just sits there. So this is where when I had a cargo net that we had a customer had ordered an Expedition, and it had a bunch of accessories, and one of them was a cargo netting, and then their Expedition got totaled with hail, remember? And it went to the auction. Well, all those accessories returned here. So I noticed on the window sticker that they had for the vehicle that they had taken all those accessories off. So I was like, well, they're not going to go on anything. So I took the Expedition one, and I plan to use it back here and cover that up. So then that way I don't have to worry about things coming out. And if I want to take the top off completely all the way back, then you could still have the attic tray up, and nothing's going to come flying out.
Yeah.
So remember when we were in the dunes? Remember something from the top up there had I don't know where it went. It went on top of the sunshade. Remember it popped up?
That's right.
It went on top of the sunshade. And I was like, where did that go? I don't know where it went. And then I got the top back and I noticed, oh, there it is. So it's good to harness that stuff back. Something else that we've got.
Good reminder. Tie your things down.
If you're offering a little bit.
Yeah, you had to learn that on the road when we were in Colorado. We had the cooler back there before we had the slide tray.
Yeah.
And we were going around and we were going on some rocks, and you're like, that is moving a lot.
Yep. And then we also have this product here from them, this slide out this slide here, which I used just like that when I was working on that the cover, the sunshade this weekend. That one works really well. So there's that as well. And let's see here. Do we have? Oh, they don't have my install video on there. Well, I'll have to talk with them. We'll have to have a chat with them. But I've done an install video on that too. So anyway, but this is a slide out, the tray that I want to get that T-mat to put on, because this does have some places to like position off, right? And I can connect things to it. But if I have like my air compressor is like on this side over here, it wants to like move, right? Because it's tippy. Well, if I have a T-mat down, I can position it in to where it won't move.
Right.
And I want to do that with the cooler. So I don't have to use tie downs with the cooler. I could just use a T-mat. So yeah, that's probably the next, like I said, the next company that we're going to work with on that. But yeah, great guys. Nick over there is awesome. And they do have other stuff that's not as expensive. They have the Sasquatch steps that you can put on your rock rails. They have some little things over. We like the cargo nets ourselves, but they have that. But they have a lot of other cool stuff, and they've been doing stuff for Jeeps and such for a while. But Ford Ranger grills, what? Anyway, all their stuff's made in the United States. Not a bit of it is made that they get from outside the country. That's crazy. So all made in the United States, and they have the attic tray for the 2-door. When we were at Tennessee last year, they didn't have the 2-door attic tray. They only had the 4-door, and somebody was needing a 2-door one. But now they just came out with their 2-door design too. So anyway, and they make them with or without the aftermarket speakers, because like we have the factory speakers, because it would go around. If you have the aftermarket, then it wouldn't fit in there. So anyway, there you go. Cool stuff. So there's a cool brand. Of course, we like IAG as well. They're a pretty good company. We have a lot of IAG parts on our Bronco as well. And they have a sale going on. I forgot to mention IAG. I assume I think IAG's on, if you go to the Bronco 6G sponsors, they're one of those on there. So you can get to them from there as well. But they do have some stuff there as well. And then usually you put in your vehicle, and then it'll give you stuff for just that. IAG off-road. Yeah, there you go. IAG off-road.
Two different there.
Because they started as a performance. They made modification for Subarus, for performance stuff for Subarus. That's how they started. Aldi
Moore just tried to use the Ford accessory website. Won't allow them to order with the discount since they're in Oklahoma.
Brian, there are some states.
5088 says, yeah, I just read fine print. Not valid. Arizona, Oklahoma, or Vermont.
See, I don't understand that. That's really weird.
Usually California's mixed in there.
Can they not ship into there? I don't know. Because, Colorado, there's certain, like, we can't ship into Colorado.
Colorado, California.
So, but IAG makes some pretty cool stuff. I have some stuff from them as well. A lot of interior accessories from them that I like. And so there's all kinds of cool parts you can get from them as well. And they got a lot of different things there. Their steps that I have is what I have for the Bronco. So they're that go onto the rock rails. I do have their steps. So, but there you go. Anyway, you can kind of decide what all you're looking for there. And there you go. All right. So there's several different companies there, but yeah, I like some of their stuff. Some of the other things that, like, primarily on our Bronco, we have Rough Country, IAG, some Mountains in the Metal products, and Mabit. We just added that sunshade to the Bronco, and let's see what else we got in there. Primarily, that's for the most part. That's the kind of the companies we work with there. Of course, Ford as well, but yes. Like I said, Rough Country's really come a long ways in some of their stuff, but there you go. So pretty cool. Let's see what else. Yeah, some pretty cool products there, and a lot of different companies, and yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Sarah took off on me. I don't know. I think I kept her here too long, but yeah. So, let's see what else we got going on. Most of the sales, like I said, are going through Cyber Monday, so you can find some cool stuff that way. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if that discount works at your local dealer in the way of accessories. So, they might be able to get that same code for you. So, but yeah, and so some of those on the Ford accessories do charge you shipping on that. Now, a lot of them you could still get the discount and everything through Ford accessories and have it dropped at your dealer, and you don't pay shipping.
Oh,
I think. I'm pretty sure. You might check that out. So have it, if you look in there, you might not have to pay shipping if you have it dropped at your local dealer. So I'm not sure. I might be crazy, but.
so there's something that has to do with like the taxes or the pricing for those states, because it won't ship there with the discount, only full price, which means there's a reason that has to do probably with the taxes or the discount or the way things are done.
I don't think it has anything to do with the discount. I think it has to do with, and maybe it is, but
he says it ships it. He can purchase it as long as it's without the code.
Oh, really?
Won't ship there with the discount, only full price.
Huh. There you go.
So it's the discount.
Crazy.
Oh, sales tax was only applied to the fully discounted price. Talk about a deal.
All right. Having it shipped to my local dealer too with no shipping charge. There you go.
AI says that Oklahoma won't allow direct manufacture to consumers due to state dealer franchise laws.
There you go. And then, of course, Ford Enthusiast says they ship to their local dealer all the time. So, for the most part, usually I do is I go into Blake. I say, hey, can you order this for me?
Well, you're a little bit of a different process, sir.
Because they'll order it and they could still get the discount, any discounts. But usually when I've gone in the past, it hasn't been on sale, hasn't been running a sale.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you get that sale, if you go into the dealer, they can't get you that 20% off. You have to do it yourself online, but you can have it dropped to them. So, yep. Yeah. So, all right. There you go. All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
It's that time of the year. Christmas is, as of today, do you realize 1 month away today? Today is November 25th. So in 1 month, it will be Christmas Day. So there you go.
I got a lot
Time crunch. It is on. So, yes. So there we go. Anyway, got to figure out what I'm getting everybody. But I was going to put some new stuff on you got a couple days. I might actually go and look and see what we can add to our merch site.
You want a new design? It's all Christmassy or something?
I don't know.
Maybe
well, not necessarily Bronco stuff, but I have the hats that have the Ford Vita guy, but I also have some with my Bronco on it and everything like that. But I was thinking about looking to see what else. Sometimes they add new apparel and stuff. So I might go and look and see what else is there. We might add some stuff between now and then. So
I like my tunic sweater.
Because what is it? The 28th?
Yes.
Is when that starts. So we've got a couple of days to be able to add anything new to it and maybe tweak it. So if you guys are wanting some Ford Vita guy merch or
All
women driven, you have a store as well. You put that code in earlier. So it's pretty much, isn't it, like allwomendriven.myspreadshop.com?
I think it's a dash.
So
I will read it to you.
We'll put it in the show notes. We need to have that in
all-women-driven.myspreadshop.com.
There you go.
Yep.
Pretty cool. So, anyway. All right. Oh, that's all we have, I guess. Great ways to save some money this Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend here, and it just seems like anymore people aren't doing. I mean, even though it used to be Cyber Monday was all about the internet, right? Black Friday was going to the stores. Now it seems like they're just making it used to be we saw Black Friday and then we saw the sales on Monday. Now we're seeing them go from Friday to Monday.
Yeah.
And now, like some of them you see, they've been doing it all week.
Yeah.
I think I saw one that started on the 21st, which is last Friday.
Yeah.
So it's like it's 2 full weeks. It's crazy. So it's changing. I remember once. Have you ever done any Black Friday shopping?
We never went out and did Black Friday.
Once there was TV or something that your mom wanted,
It was a laptop.
and I went. I don't remember what it was, but I remember having to go to Walmart on Thanksgiving evening to go get something. And
I thought it was Best Buy.
It was crazy. And this is when it wasn't like that, because it used to be that it was like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. People would go out and, I'd come to work at 8 and they'd already been awake for 3 hours shopping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy. But then it got to where it was, I think I remember that year it started at like 8 p.m. or something. So I had to go out Thanksgiving night at 8 p.m. to get something.
I remember there was a year that we went to Thanksgiving in Wichita at Grandma and Grandpa's. And that night, I think that night or the next morning, you went to like Best Buy or something. Or you and Mom went somewhere, I think.
I don't know. We very rarely would do it.
Yeah.
Your mom might, but I would very, very rarely go out. So, and now with Amazon and everything else, I mean, there's so many ways to save some money. But
with school out, we would just go to Thanksgiving with Grandma and Grandpa, and then we would stay there for the rest of the weekend and chill. We didn't go anywhere except maybe go see a movie. That's the tradition. So we go see a movie the next day.
Yeah. So usually, you get those Hallmark movies, Christmas movies. They usually go year round, but
I have a Hallmark subscription. I have the Hallmark streaming subscription, so I can watch all the Christmas movies I want.
That time.
All the time.
All the time. Nope.
And then I have 2 favorite genres. Well, 3. I like epic fantasy, romance, but it has to be Hallmark romance for books, and then mystery thriller.
Okay.
True crime, things like that.
All right. Anyway, well, that's all I got. It's that time to do some shopping, right? Get on there and see what you can get done, and there you go. Okay. Now you know where to find all the good deals, all the discounts. A lot of them are running right now, are available now. But
give you ideas if you didn't know what to get for people.
Yep. So, and we like to share to some of the companies and all that we like to work with and partner with, including the one that sponsored tonight's episode. On the way out, we got to remind them and say thanks to them. So 3W floor liners, I think they called 3W Auto Life, but definitely check them out. Again, it's special code. That code is good through the 2nd of December, so you don't have to get it tonight. But long 3WBF on their website.
B as in boy.
B as in boy.
Okay.
F as in Black Friday. So
oh.
Long 3WBF as in Black Friday, right? Yeah. And long as in Long McArthur, right? So that's a discount code. You can, and it works. Gets you $45 off on Amazon for those with any of their liners they have on Amazon, and then it's 35% off on their website. So that gives you an extra 5% off on their website with our code. So, so appreciate them for reaching out and doing that. And what else that shows you is there's a lot of different companies that will reach out and want us to do something with them. And it's usually, hey, do a video for us or whatever. They're the first one that's actually like really watched the channel really well. We like all the stuff you're doing because they knew we did live streams.
Yeah.
So that's a company that it's pretty cool that they're watching what we're doing. So anyway, and appreciate them sending me that extra, getting you guys that extra 5% off as well.
Yeah.
So, and use that code too, because we we do help with that too. So there you go. So and then I don't this long M. Let's see, what is our normal code? Yes. So our normal code that gets you the usually it's any other time it's 10% off, I believe, on the mats. And he's right, is long 3W mats is our normal code. So, but yes, that's tonight's code right there. So there you go. So that's the normal what our code is on their site. And then there's that one. And like I said, I have one for Electron as well. And that's in the that can help you save some money too in the show notes. So anyway, all right. So there we go. That's what we got for tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Safe travels if you're traveling to Thanksgiving. Please be cautious on the roads. Hopefully you guys have good weather for your travels and everything else, and make it back home. You have a blessed Thanksgiving. And, of course, in the honor of Thanksgiving, we want to thank you guys for following the channel, for watching us. And we just appreciate you guys out there for watching this. Some of you each week, and hopefully we can help provide something for you guys that helps with out there and everything. So thanks to everybody out there that follows the channel, and hope you guys have a blessed and great Thanksgiving, and happy shopping if you do get anything. And there you go. Anything else? All right. Well, see you guys next week after Cyber Monday. It'll be a post Cyber Monday Tuesday live stream. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. And until next week, stay positive, be kind to one another,
and be kind to yourselves.
We'll see you guys later.